Hey guys, I'm Adam Freilich coming to you with this week's National Board Parsha. It's a double Parsha, Bahar and Bechukotai. So Bahar starts off like almost every other chapter in the Torah where God is talking to Moses, now on top of Mount Sinai, and he starts off by talking about laws of transaction, laws of how to treat one another. And the one that stuck out to me came very close to the beginning in the 14th verse, where it says, "And when you make a sale to your fellow Jew, or make a purchase from the hand of your fellow Jew, you shall not wrong one another." And I sat there and I thought, well, we have this lesson at the very, very beginning when we're in like kindergarten or first grade. And it's like Rabbi Akiva says, "V'havta l'reacha kamocha," like treat your neighbor like you want to treat yourself. And it's just a basic concept that is very fundamental and very like connected with Judaism. And as I'm reading it, it's like, yeah, that seems very logical, but the way it's applied and the way it's taught has much deeper meaning, because it's not just that, treat others like you respect them, but it's a level of trust on how our community functions. So of course, when you're making a transaction with someone, you should be fair, but it's also that, if your brother becomes destitute and his hand falters beside you, you shall support him in covert or a residence so that he can live with you. What that means is, like, if someone relies on you, then you should be there to help them. That is the right thing to do. And as a Jewish community, we're so intertwined and interconnected because we are such a small community in such a vast world that we need to be able to trust and rely on each other. What we need to be able to do is go to each other in a time of need and help without any fear, without any regrets, without any hesitation. So that's one of the messages that I'm taking out of Bahar, which is very much abide by these laws, not because it's better for you, but it's better for the Jewish people. The reason we're chosen is because we're able to have this special connection not only with Hashem, but within each other, where we know no matter where we are that we can always go to a community on Shabbos to find a place to sleep, to ask a fellow Jew for help no matter what the deed is, because their job as a Jewish person is to always look for ways to help other Jews, no matter what the cost is to them. And that's something that's really, really unique, which is odd because it draws like a very strong parallel with Bechukotai, right? Bahar, when you look at it through that lens, is talking about the benefits from following those laws, to do your best to help one another, and how in Bechukotai there's this huge angry undertone to say, if I am God, and if you do not listen to me, then we will have a very severe problem, right? If you despise my statutes and reject my ordinances, not performing any of my commandments, thereby breaking my covenant, then I too will do the same to you. I will order upon you shock, consumption, fever, and disease, etc. And there's this anger that's there. But we can take it at face value, right? Obviously, we were the chosen people. If we break your law, like, that's not the nicest thing to do. We probably deserve a little bit of punishment. But I think there's a much stronger undertone where it goes very well with Behar, and we should take this anger as a compliment, saying that Hashem is telling us that He entrusted us to look after each other, to help each other along the way, to constantly be the chosen people. Hashem was telling us that, these are my laws. Bechukotai means in these laws, right? So within these laws, I'm telling you that I have entrusted you with the duty of holding together an entire community, with making sure that we are always safe, making sure that there is always a home for us to go to, making sure that we are always on a fair playing field. No matter where we are, who we're with, we always have each other. And if we break that covenant, it's not the punishment that we should fear, but the loss of who we are as a people. Because if we don't have that connection to each other, if we don't have that intimate sort of covenant where we feel secure, where we always know no matter where we are part of a community, then we lose something much greater, and we should fear losing who we are as individuals and as part of a community. So with that, I challenge you, right? I challenge you to maintain this community, to make everyone around you feel secure. Jewish or not, it's important that we all create an environment that's friendly. You know, today in my school was a day of silence where individual students could take a vow of silence as part of an anti-bullying or LGBT campaign, where they stand together to say, no matter who I am, I'm part of a community that wants to create a safe environment, a welcoming environment. And I think that's something that both these parshas go together and create a very overwhelming message of security, safety, and welcoming. So as Jewish people, we should always look out to create a sense of community. So that's my challenge to you. Go out and make everyone feel welcome. Strangers, friends, family, distant cousins, anyone you see, especially people down on their luck, but anyone you see, make them feel welcome and they always have a place to go to. So with that, have a good Shabbos.